Hi guys. So internet, isn't this a great jacket? I don't think I've ever had it in a video. Isn't it great? N7 and then C on the arm. It's great. Okay? It's great. So pretty weird stuff happening on the internet. A fantastic Star Wars trailer was put out yesterday, which is probably going to be 2 days ago for you guys, because I'll probably upload this tomorrow. And with that came some fantastic reaction videos, like usual when big trailers and stuff like that come out. People make reaction videos. You probably saw my Fallout 4 reaction. What's weird to me is the reactions to the Star Wars trailers are usually people crying. People crying out of happiness at how fantastic this new Star Wars movie looks. Which is great, I am all for people being happy, and I'm all for tears of joy and all that good stuff. What kind of blows my mind about this, and to be honest, irritates me a little, is that those people, from what I'm seeing, aren't being, made fun of and stuff like that, like I was when I, cried to the Fallout 4 trailer. And I know that might make me sound like a bad person. I'm not a bad person. At least I don't think I am. But it's weird to me that people comment on my videos, on my Fallout 4 reaction, and they're like, "You faggot, you cried at a video game," and all this stuff. And there was a lot of people who were supportive. If you're watching this right now, most likely you're one of the people who was supportive and you were nice. And I would say that a majority of the comments were nice. But it was still a lot of negative comments. It was a good 70-30 split, probably. 70% were really nice comments. Just like, "I cried too," or, "Props to you, man, putting this on the internet." But 30% of those were like, "Go kill yourself, drink bleach, it's just a video game." And I watched a lot of the Star Wars trailer reactions, and I couldn't find mean comments. So obviously, let's get the obvious thing out of the way. It could just be that the people are monitoring their videos and monitoring their comments, and they're just they have a bunch of words banned, like I do, like faggot and homo and stuff like that. It's banned from my channel. If you use it, then you automatically just get put in a special section. So that could be it. But even then, I feel like a lot of these reactions and stuff like that are big channels, like Jeremy John's very big channel. He doesn't I doubt he monitors his comments at all. Just because on a lot of his reviews, I have seen negative comments. So it's just really weird to me. And I'm a little jealous because it seems like it's okay to cry at some things to people, but it's not okay to cry at other things. You'd think that it would just be like a blanket statement. Like somebody tells me, you can't cry over a video game. Okay. But then somebody else, reacts to the Star Wars thing, and nobody's like, "Well, you can't cry at a movie. You can't cry." And then people's excuses are like, "Oh, he probably grew up on Star Wars. When Star Wars came out, he was just a kid. Now he's a man." Or something like that. that's kind of the story for a lot of games too. Like I was a kid when Fallout 3 came out. That was 7 years ago. I'm 19 now. So, I mean, 7 years ago, I was like barely in middle school and very much a kid. And that was my childhood. I was still a kid, and that was still part of my childhood, and it was a big part of my childhood. So why is it okay for somebody to cry at Star Wars, but not okay for somebody to cry at Fallout? It doesn't make sense to me. Just a bit jealous, I guess. That's all it is that I'm jealous that these people are getting, um, more support than I did. I don't know if it's more support. Maybe they are, as I said, just better at monitoring comments and keeping trolls out and stuff like that. But I don't know. It could also be that I am just different, I'm a pretty nerdy guy. Uh, Nerd is probably in like the top 2 words I would use to describe myself, honestly. If somebody just asked me about myself, nerd is usually the first thing that I say. And that's just because it's true. It's who I am. So maybe it could just be that people like picking on me or making fun of me because I'm a nerd. It could have been my reaction. Maybe my reaction is somehow different. I don't think I did anything different than what those people are doing. I said, oh my god, a lot, and got really choked up, and then at the end I cried. And that's usually what people's reaction is to the Star Wars thing, so I don't know. That's just a bit of internet hypocrisy, I guess. But it was interesting to me, and I just wanted to talk about it a bit because I thought it was funny. But what do I know? And I think you can actually see, like, either maybe not in the description of my Fallout 4 reaction, but definitely one of my comments actually said, like, when people, get emotional about Star Wars, and it actually said Star Wars, when people get emotional about a Star Wars trailer, like, that's completely fine. And so that's the same reason that I'm getting, emotional about Fallout. So I'm pretty sure I said that. I definitely referenced Star Wars about something. I don't know what. But yeah, my opinions though on the Star Wars trailer, I thought it was awesome. And there's a reason that I watched like 7 reactions last night, was because after I watched it, I was like so hyped. I just laid in bed, and before I started working full time, I would, like, no joke, watch so much YouTube. I'm subscribed to over 100 people, which is actually a lot according to a lot of people. Like, a lot of people are only subscribed to like under 20 people. I'm subscribed to over 100, and that's just because I don't go to YouTube just for one type of content. YouTube is kind of just like my cable. And so, sure, I watch gaming stuff, but I also watch sketch comedy. I also watch a lot of movie stuff. ASMR, I watch that. People think that's weird. Oh, well. ASMR is weird. And I don't think if I never took psychology, I think that ASMR would be like the weirdest thing ever to me. But since I did, and since I know the psychology behind it, it's not that weird to me. But I'm subscribed to a ton of people on YouTube. And before I started working full time, I actually used to watch every single video that every single person I was subscribed to uploaded. I actually did. And I'm subscribed to so many. IGN was like one of the exceptions, though, because IGN just posts so much stuff, and I only watched the stuff that I cared about. But everybody else, CNanners posts a video, I'd watch it. Markiplier uploads a video, I'd watch it. That's what people notice a lot, is like in my gameplay videos and stuff like that, I talk like Markiplier. I think that that's just because, when you hang out with a friend for a really, really long time, or you like hang out with them a lot, and then like you pick up some of their things, like they start calling people nignogs, and then next thing you know, you start calling people nignogs. You know that? Yeah, that's kind of what it was with Markiplier. Like, just because I watched him so much and I was such a big fan of his, like, I just modeled it off of him. And then I didn't even really notice, but somebody messaged me and they're like, hey, why do you copy Markiplier's outro? And I'm like, do I? And I kind of do. I didn't even notice it. It's like a subconscious thing. I didn't even notice. But he's like, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Like, he does that. And then I think I do... What do I do? I think I'm like, thanks for watching the video, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Like, so it's very similar. But yeah. Getting off track. Star Wars trailer. It was great. I loved it. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. Just to be honest. I'm not a big Star Wars fan. I actually just saw for the first time 4, 5, and 6 for the first time. Just because I wanted to like know what the hype was about. But it's one of those things where if you watch it now, you're like, oh my god, this is so cliche. And everything is just so painfully cliche. And if you say that to a Star Wars fan, then they're going to be like, well, actually, it's not cliche because they created the scripting for those events and they made it mainstream. Without Star Wars, that wouldn't exist. No offense, if you're a Star Wars fan, you don't actually talk like that. I'm just trying to be funny and probably failing. But, I know. But here's the thing. Like, that whole, like, there's an evil government, and then these rebels are trying to overthrow them, and then there's an unlikely hero, and that hero is going to somehow beat everyone, you know? Like, it's so cliche, and that's just the storyline of it. It's like Hunger Games or something, like, super cliche now. But, I mean, a lot of people love it, so I gave it a shot. They're not bad, but I just didn't love them. But I'm so excited for the new one. I'm super hyped because I love what J.J. Abrams did with the Star Trek. I know a lot of people don't like the new Star Trek movies. I do like the new Star Trek movies, and I can't wait to see it looks fantastic. When it has like that TIE fighter, and it's like damaged in space, and it's like making those really creepy noises, you know? Man, that was just cool. That was so cool. There was so much cool stuff in that. But yeah. That's the internet. That's what happened in the internet over the past couple of days. And I just thought I would talk about it. Because it was weird to me that nobody was being mean. It made me happy, though. It did make me happy. I was like, oh, all the Star Wars fans uniting together. All crying over the trailer. All hoping that these movies are better than the prequels, which most Star Wars fans hate. Good for them. Good for them. And then I remembered, all us Fallout fans, all coming together after that Fallout trailer to celebrate in happiness and glory and all of that. See, the internet isn't such a bad place. We can unite groups of people that would never meet each other otherwise. See? It works. So yeah, I think that's going to be it. Graphics card tomorrow. Oh wait, that'll be today. Hype! Graphics card today. I'll order it. Hopefully, if I have enough money. The price on it actually just raised, so hopefully I have enough money. And I'll let you guys know and keep you updated. Thanks for watching. I love you all. Bye!